Game 8, Level 2. We're going to be adding an intermediate article, a second article, to the game we just played. Now the goal of this game is to have our dogs confidently following our track to locate the first article, and then of course indicating the article, and then restarting and following our track and locating and indicating a second article or the end article. So just like before, I want you to choose your environment really carefully, as few potential distractions as possible. Ideally, again, you will be on hard surface. So just like before, I want you to choose a start location. There is no article yet on the start, okay? But choose your start location and walk out about 5 feet only and place an article. Now continue forward another 10 to 15 feet, depending on your dog, and place a second article. You're then going to turn square around and walk back to the start. So don't worry again about the track being what's called double laid. Remember, this is really just an extension of our scent pad. So bring your dog up to the start, the area you designated as your start, and cue them to search. And at this stage, it is still okay to present the track with your hand if you need to. And when I do that, I just put my hand right along the track, right on the ground, and say search. After your dog has found and indicated the first article, pick it up and cue your dog to search again. If you need to present the track again, please do. It's not going to take your dog more than a few reps of you presenting the track, and they're going to get it. In fact, the act of you picking up the article becomes the cue for your dog to start tracking again. So watch out if you have a fast-moving dog, because as soon as you pick that article up, they're off. So, a couple of struggles that you may encounter. Your dog is so excited to play this game that they're just tearing off from the start and running over articles and not indicating them. This can happen. Don't fret. It's an exciting game. Tracking becomes very rewarding in itself. So what I want you to do is, when you walk your dog up to the start, I want all your movements, everything to be calm. If you need to do some calm massage, if you need to do some slow walking before your start, that's fine. Just slow down all your movements. And the reason that first article is only 5 feet from your start will also help slow your dog down, because they're going to rapidly learn that, oh my gosh, if I take off running, I'm going to miss an article and I'm going to miss a chance of reinforcement. So by having an article close to the start like that, it's going to help ensure that from the very get-go, your dog will be thinking and focused on the track from the start, and not taking 100 feet or 100 yards to get into tracking mode. If your dog, for example, bypasses the second article and overshoots it, if you will, don't put on the brakes and make the blind go tight, okay? Let them overshoot that second article, and watch them closely. Now, if you're offline, this is a lot easier to do, but again, safety is paramount. So when you're out and about, you're probably going to be online. But watch your dog, see what they do. They're going to slow, the head will probably come up, and they're going to turn around and come back to the scent pad. So you saw that behavior in all the scent pad games we've been playing. It's the same concept. It's called a negative indication. We're going to talk more about these in the next couple of weeks. Your dog is going to come back to where they know they can find odor, the scent pad, and they're going to find that article. Wait them out, let them work through it, and watch and observe your dog. Another thing you can do if your dog is terribly excited, there's so much odor there for them, is just wait 10 to 20 minutes to run the track, okay? If you have the time, these tracks shouldn't take more than a few minutes to do anyways. So if you have the time, wait 10 or 20 minutes, and that will kind of help dissipate some of the odor plume, some of that odor that's just still hanging in the air. Now you may see also that your trained indication starts to fall apart a little bit or gets a little weak. That's perfectly normal as well. We've raised the criteria on our dogs, so the trained indication may slip a little bit. Cue it. So if your dog is being very successful with this level of the game, we can add a little more to it. We can add a second intermediate article. Feel free to do that. And we can start to add decision points in our track location. So if you have, for example, a location, a sidewalk, that has some offshoots, say a stairwell going to the left or another sidewalk off to the right, feel free to make a slight turn or to have your dog go past a decision point. If you decide to do this, place your intermediate articles past the decision point about 3 to 4 feet. This will reinforce your dog for making the correct decision by not going down the stairwell or not going down that other sidewalk. And so article placement here is really important. Again, watch your dog closely at those decision points. They may bend in a little bit to check and then bend right back out. Okay, so start watching the body language of your dog. And again, we're going to talk more about body language in an upcoming lesson. Have fun with this.